Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the first race of the DSBK Middle East Championship. We had a very exciting qualifying where we had Saeed Al-Salati, the Qatari, on the front row of the grid. Simon Reed and this man right here, Firas Abu Ghanem, tried their best to catch Saeed Al-Salati, but just couldn't do it. And it was almost a second between the top three that separated them. Simon Reed, though, newcomer to the championship, wealth of experience racing in the United Kingdom and in Spain, lines up in between himself and Firas Abu Ghanem. Saeed Al-Salati will be on the left-hand side. You can see him there on the grandstand side of the grid. The grid here actually starts a little bit further forward, so apologies for not getting some late grid interviews there. We just didn't have enough time before the race started. Be great maybe for race 2 we could actually do it afterwards, but the riders here start further forward compared to the rest of the series that are racing here today. So who we have here is Saeed Al-Salati, who's on your far right of the picture. In the middle is Simon Reed with Firas Abu Ghanem alongside the first of the super stocks. Then we have Yuri Nekrasov, Saskia Totaro and Anthony Garvin, who share the second row of the grid, with Mohamed Shamsir and Dmitry Kochanov alongside Johan Gauss, who will share the third and final row of the grid. Unfortunately, we'll not get Ivan Martinelli, as he did appear briefly on the qualifying timing screens, but will not be a part of this first race of the DSBK Middle East Championship. Now, I do have an empty chair with me just in case Nasir, the founder of the championship, decides to join me up here. It's always great to have his insights here, not just of the championship, but of course racing here in the United Arab Emirates, because he did it for a number of years, as well as a lot of the guys that are racing here today. And it's great to see familiar faces, new faces to the championship as well. Mind you, we have one rookie in the field, which is Dmitry Kochanov, who pretty much did every single lap of the qualifying session earlier today, just to get that extra time and just to learn the track a little bit more, just to get up to speed with the rest of the riders that we have here in the DSBK Middle East Championship. So 2 races today, both will be 12 laps apiece, with the second one taking place later on today at about 3:10 in the afternoon, where it'll be a bit cooler because now we're approaching midday and it certainly is quite warm here in the United Arab Emirates. Yes, we're in that period between summer and winter, but it's still a bit warm out there. It's about 30+ degrees outside earlier today, and the humidity as well. Well, it was pretty sticky out there. It was about 50% earlier this morning when we got here to the track at around 7:30, and that really played into the hands of some of the drivers here. Not in a good way, though, that's for sure. But here we are, racing for the first time this weekend in the DSBK Middle East Championship. And what a race it's going to be. 9 riders will take the start, and they will make their way down towards turn 1 for the first time in due course. It will be a standing start here for our 3 rows. Remember, with motorcycles, they don't start just 2 of them. We have 3 on the same row. So you see Saeed Al-Salati, the pole sitter, on your far right. In the middle is Simon Reed on the 15. And then we have Firas Abu Ghanem on the number 33. Firas is definitely, as we said in qualifying, he is the one that's the easiest to spot there, with that very vibrant orange jumpsuit and the white liveried bike as well. Very plain, very simple, but it looks good, doesn't it? So far right pole sitter, then third place on your left-hand side. There you can see the rest of the field. 5 seconds to go now before we start the race. The engine notes start to rise. Here we go, the lights are green and we are racing. Good start there from Firas Abu Ghanem. The rest of the field kind of hesitated a bit there, including our pole sitter, Saeed Al-Salati. Really didn't get off the line there as fast as he'd like to be. This is good news for Firas Abu Ghanem, because he's just got up into the lead of the race, down towards turn 1 here. But here comes the Qatari. He's already back up in his second place, passing both Simon Reed and Yuri Nekrasov there as they work their way through the first couple of corners here for the first time. Firas Abu Ghanem from Lebanon leads the field here around the Dubai Autodrome, followed by the rest of them now. But here he is under pressure from Saeed Al-Salati as Firas shuts the door on him. But remember, with the bike, there's a lot more space for the bikes to move around. And on the inside goes the Qatari. He retakes the lead here at the Dubai Autodrome in our first race for the DSBK Middle East Championship. Firas Abu Ghanem is not going to let him get away that easily, though. He's going to try and stay with him as much as he can. But do remember, we have 2 classes here. We have modified and then we have super stock. Those 2 are in 2 separate categories. Firas Abu Ghanem is leading the super stock category, whereas Saeed Al-Salati is leading the modified category. Then, of course, we have the rookie, the sole rookie at the tail end of the field, number 31, Dmitry Kochanov, who is our sole rookie in the super stock category. What can he do from the back of the field? Well, we'll keep a close eye on him and see what the deal is there. And actually, that was not Yuri Nekrasov in the mix. It's actually Saskia Totaro on the number 5. that is tucked in behind Simon Reed here at the moment. Sasuke Totaro, a veteran of the championship, been in for a number of years, but it's been a while since we've seen him on the top step of the podium. What can he do here now? Of course, he is running third in the modified category, and Simon Reed looking for a way past Firas Abou-Ghanim at the moment. There they are across the line here for the first time to complete lap number one. A 1:33.647 for Saeed Al-Salati. Firas Abou-Ghanim did a 1:35.431. He was almost 2 seconds slower compared to the Qatari out in front and our pole sitter. Dmitry Kuchnov now down at the tail end of the field, but in all fairness, this is his first race and it's his first campaign here in the DSBK Middle East Championship. He hasn't got a lot of experience racing around the Autodrome, but he did a fantastic job doing qualifying, and Firas Abou-Ghanim is doing a fantastic job of keeping Simon Reed at bay here at the moment. But again, what happened with Saeed Al-Salati on the inside looks Simon Reed, but not close enough, or is he, as they're side by side on the exit? Now this is going to get interesting through the hairpin. This of course can allow Sasuke Totaro to look on the inside as well, because what's good news here for Sasuke Totaro is the man in front of him is also in his class as well. Firas Abou-Ghanim is super stock, but Simon Reed is in modified, and now we're going to try and go 3 wide towards the right turn here of the club link, but not close enough to make a move with Simon Reed. Now, of course, with these three battling, it's allowing Sultan Al-Salati to escape up the road and add more time between himself and the rest of the field here. So up the road by 1.7 seconds is the Qatari, and he'll be making his way now through the final corner. He'll pop in a view to complete lap number 2 of 12. And we can have a look what the gap is. It shows 1.7 on our screens right now. There is Saeed Al-Salati across the line. No doubt that's gone up now, as Firas Abou-Ghanim has not got 1 bike to deal with. He has 3 bikes to deal with, as there are 3 others behind him. Simon Reed, Sasuke Totaro, and Yuri Nekrasov has found a way to these 3 riders. Anthony Garvin tailing them by 5.5 seconds, but it's 4.1 seconds between our leader and second place. Firas Abou-Ghanim sits in second at the moment, but for how much longer? How much longer will Simon Reed stay behind him? Well, we'll find out. This is where Sultan Al-Salati, made the move on Firas Abou-Ghanim, but Abou-Ghanim is going to try and make this bike as wide as possible. Much tighter line there for Simon Reed, trying to get that exit, but runs a bit wide. This allows Sasuke Totaro to close in on him as well. And of course, Yuri Nekrasov closing in behind him. Now for Yuri, he's going to patiently bide his time here, because what's on offer is the top step of the podium in the super stock category for him as this is progressing in front of him. He wants Firas Abou-Ghanim to really struggle here with Simon Reed, but Firas, he has a very cool head on his shoulders, and he knows exactly what to do here when he's in a tough situation, when you've got a modified sport bike right behind you, and that's what he's doing. He's keeping Simon Reed at bay. He's making him fight for this position, trying to tire him out, and to make sure that he keeps that second place for as long as he can, because the more bikes that he has in front of him, in between himself and Yuri Nekrasov, it is the better for him, as Simon Reed again closes in through turn 16, trying to go the long way round, taking a much wider line to see if he can get the cut through on the inside of turn 16, but doesn't quite make it. 3 laps in the books now for our race leaders. There is our top 5 all together, bunching up, but Saeed Al-Salati a little bit further up the road by 5.9 seconds. And again, with these 4 battling, it is allowing Sultan to escape up the road. Sorry, Al-Salati, apologies. He is allowing him to stay ahead and build that gap, get into the rhythm that he needs, and not have to worry too much about what's going in front of him and what's happening behind him as well here around the Dubai Autodrome. We use the same national circuit configuration that we used this morning in qualifying, and there we go. It's Firas Abou-Ghanim once again keeping Simon Reed at bay, trying to keep him behind him. Sasuke Totaro is looking for a way around as well, inside, outside, wherever he can find an option, he is currently looking for it. For Sasuke, though, this is the battle of a second position in the modified category. Super stock, though, is between Yuri Nekrasov and Firas Abou-Ghanim. Firas is the one that leads that category for the time being, and Anthony Garvin is third in that category. He's currently 7.7 seconds back, so a little bit further back from Yuri Nekrasov to be a part of this battle as they lean each and every way they can through the club link. Deep lean there on the left-hand side through the bowl complex, and up onto the right they go now, this time through turn 15. And again, Simon Reed tries to claw back some time, tries to get closer to the second placed rider at the moment, tries to look on the inside, but not close enough as Firas Abou-Ghanim leans down to the right. And now across the line, 5.9 seconds of the gap last time round. It is now gone up to 7.3 seconds between the Qatari and the Lebanese rider. And now Sasuke Totaro looking on the inside of Simon Reed. That will be third for Sasuke Totaro and second overall in the modified category as they continue on. But Simon Reed's not going to let him get away that easily. Yuri Nekrasov biding his time as well, looking for a prime opportunity to make a move as well, as we're on lap 4 of 12 here at the Dubai Autodrome for the DSBK Middle East Championship, race number 1. Remember, 2 races here today for DSBK Middle East. Sasuke Totaro now trying to figure out how he can make a move past Firas Abou-Ghanim. Simon Reed wasn't able to do it, so Sasuke tries to look on the inside before the back straight. But not close enough. Maybe he can pick up the pace, pick up the toe, and try and get him in the braking zone up towards the club link as they turn right now into that corner. And up through the club link they go. Quite nice when you see 4 of them go through in unison. Again on the inside, Sasuke Totaro looks on the inside of Firas Abou-Ghanim through the bowl, but not close enough. And then there's this man in front at the moment by 7.3 seconds. Saeed Al-Salati, our race leader from Qatar, one of 2 riders, hailing from the Arab region. Saeed Al-Salati and Firas Abou-Ghanim community running first and second. And there you can see how far ahead Saeed Al-Salati is from the rest of the field at the moment, or at least the battle for second between Firas Abou-Ghanim. Sasuke Totaro, who dives deeply on the inside of turn 1, says thank you very much, but Firas says not quite, because I'm going to challenge you all the way through turn 1, and he retakes the position back. So Sasuke Totaro, momentarily had second place away from Firas Abou-Ghanim, but now has been put back to third and into the clutches now of Simon Reed once again. And Yuri Nekrasov, as he said before, just biding his time, looking at what's happening in front of him here. He's still got plenty of time left on the clock if he wants to make a move, but he has to do it sooner rather than later, because now Firas Abou-Ghanim has not 1 but 2 modified bikes in between himself and Yuri Nekrasov. As through the club link goes Firas once again here on lap number 5. 8.1 seconds is the gap between the race leader and this battle right here. Number 11 from 33. As you just saw Saeed's helmet pop into view there through turn 16. There is the battle for second position. Yuri Nekrasov dropping a little bit further back, about 2 bike lengths between them now, if not a bit more. But Simon Reed staying with some of the most experienced motorcycle riders that we have here in the UAE and the GCC as well. Yuri Nekrasov, Sasuke Totaro, and Firas Abou-Ghanim have been doing this for a very long time. This is our sole rookie at the tail end of the field, but no longer at the tail end of the field is he, as he's made his way past the number 18 of Johan Gas. So Dimitri up a position. Of course, learning at the same time, and here comes Johan on the inside through turn 15. But Dimitri gets the better exit and manages to stay ahead. I'll be happy with at least 1 pass during the race here, because of course he is a rookie, he's learning. He's experiencing what it's like to race with the rest of the field here. We've been doing this for a number of years as he tucks in to be a bit more slippery down the back straight through turn 1. But what can Johan do this time? Can he close up? Can he dive to the inside? There's a very wide entry there from our rookie, as Johan uses a bit too much of the curves there. Back now with this battle of 4. Second position between Firas Abou-Ghanim, Sasuke Totaro, Simon Reed and Yuri Nekrasov. The 4 that are doing battle here is Simon Reed looks on the inside of Sasuke Totaro. Not quite close enough to make a move. Still does seem very odd though, seeing Sasuke Totaro not on a Ducati, as he's run for so many years here. But here he is on a Kawasaki. Tucked up behind Firas Abou-Ghanim. A 4-way battle for second rages on. 9.8 seconds back. It was less than a 1/10 of a second separating Sasuke Totaro and Firas Abou-Ghanim, but like he did a couple of laps ago, Sasuke back out in front now of the Lebanese rider, and this time he is further up the road to ensure that Firas cannot retake that position, and that means now there's only 1 bike between Firas and Yuri Nekrasov. as those two in the super stock category. And Simon Reed will try and find a way past, because of course with Firas now in between himself and Saska, that's another position lost, and a bike that is getting further away from him as well if he wants to fight for that second position in the modified category. Almost looks on the inside there. Got to be careful though of Yuri Nekrasov, who's a little bit further back now, but in striking distance, and could certainly make things happen here, as he's going to try and go side by side. He's going to try and go 3 wide through the club link. That's not going to work out at all. We tried two as well in the Golf Radical Cup earlier today. That didn't quite work out too well. Saska Tatara now released from the clutches of Firas Abou-Ghanim and now escapes up the road. It was a less than a tenth of a second separate the two of them on the previous lap. This time round though, as Simon Reed looks on the inside, says thank you very much, but Firas Abou-Ghanim is going to strike back through the inside, and Yuri Nekrasov says let's make this 3 wide through turn 16. And Simon Reed loses out to Yuri, which puts Nekrasov closer now to Abou-Ghanim. As down towards turn 1, Simon Reed's going to try the outside, and that looks like the preferred line, but he's got to be careful of Yuri Nekrasov, because he'll have the inside for this corner, which will be corner 2. And Simon Reed goes back in front. So Yuri Nekrasov was briefly in front of him there across the line. Firas now 1.7 seconds back from Saska Tataro. And Tataro now trying to decrease that gap between himself and Sidar Salati, but unfortunately with only 4 laps to go, he was 0.3 of a second quicker on the previous lap. Well, if he keeps chipping away at 0.3 of a second on our race leader, there's definitely not enough time left on the clock. With 9.6 seconds, 0.3 of a second each time, he would only get about 1.2 seconds back on him. So that would put the gap down to about 8.4 seconds between those two, which is certainly not enough to take the lead away from Sidar Salati. Again, Simon Reed desperately trying to find a way past Firas Abou-Ghanim, because of course what he's seeing ahead of him is he's seeing his rival escape up the road, and he's seeing second position in class escape up the road as well, which is not something he wants. He wants to be as close as possible to that man right there on your right, the right hand side of your pictures. He wants to be as close as he can. Simon looking for every which way he can go through. The gap up front though, 10 seconds now goes the way of Sidar Salati and Saska Tataro. Yuri Nekrasov there drops back down behind Simon Reed after getting the position, going 3 wide through turn 16. That's definitely one for the highlight reel there, as there is Saska Tataro. 2.3 seconds to the good so far of Firas Abou-Ghanim, but not closing in on our race leader. Tony Garvin now works his way across the line on the number 8, 29.9 seconds adrift from this battle, but at least he is currently circulating in 3rd in class and ahead of Mohamed Shamsir, a rookie from last season, and who is running 4th in the super stock category, ahead of rookie Dmitry Kuchanov. Now I'm trying to see where on track Johan Gauss is and how far back he is from Sidar Salati, because that would mean that our race leader, the one we're looking at right now, the number 11, will be closing up on back markers. There is Dmitry Kuchanov, and there is Johan Gauss. And well, Sidar Salati should just be a corner behind him, because he should be making his way through turn 16 right now. And indeed he is, and across the line to complete. Now, lap number 9 will put us on 10 out of 12. So Al Salati, and there is Saska Tataro, followed by the battle now, which is for 3rd overall. And of course, the lead in super stock. But there is a modified bike in between Abou-Ghanim and Nekrasov. As through turn 1 we go, and Simon Reed just not able to get close enough to the back of Abou-Ghanim to make a move and try and catch Saska Tataro here around the National Circuit configuration. This is race 1 of the DSBK Middle East Championship, and side by side, and it looks like Simon Reed has got through on sector 1 on Firas, and now that has released him. And here comes Yuri Nekrasov on the inside to take the lead in super stock. So unfortunately for Firas there, not 1 position lost, but 2 positions lost through sector 1. And he, more importantly, has lost the lead in super stock to Yuri Nekrasov. Reed has gone through, Nekrasov has gone through now as well. So for us, we'll have to put his head down. I'll have to concentrate on trying to get at least that position back from Yuri Nekrasov, as Yuri looks to do battle with Simon Reed here to move up into third overall if he can. Moves to the inside, through the bowl, and up into the right-hander of turn 15. Now, Seidar Saleti is only a couple of seconds behind Johan Gas, and it looks like Johan will have to move out of the way of our race leader when it comes turn 1. As Yuri Nekrasov really putting the pressure here on the back of Simon Reed through turn 16. And there is confirmation that we have a new race leader now in Superstock. Final lap here for Seidar Saleti in the modified category, and of course Yuri Nekrasov in the Superstock. There is our race leader and the leader in the modified category ahead of Johan Gas, who's got through and up now past the back bumper. A bit of a shake of the head there. Not sure what he's done wrong so far. He's had a fantastic race, has Seidar Saleti. Maybe just not happy with his entrance there into the corner. There is Anthony Garvin across the line. Sits in third at the moment in Superstock. So your top three are Seidar Saleti, Saskia Totaro and Simon Reed overall and in the modified. And then in Superstock it's Yuri Nekrasov from Firas Abughanim from Anthony Garvin. Your top three in the Superstock. And there is the Qatari. Seidar Saleti will work his way one final time through turn 15. Down towards turn 16, has a look back to see if anyone's close to him. Don't worry, see, there is no one close at the moment to you to take away this victory. What a great way to start the DSBK Middle East Championship. Goes the way of Seidar Saleti, who wins here for the first time. A great way to start the season, and he's very happy with that after 12 laps. Saskia Totaro takes second, and he'll be followed by Simon Reed, who takes second in the modified category, because of course the winner in that category is Seidar Saleti. Simon Reed takes third, Saskia Totaro takes second. But then Yuri Nekrasov wins in the Superstock category, followed by Firas Abughanim, and followed by this man right here, Anthony Garvin, who will make his way through the right-hander of turn 15. Down towards turn 16 he goes, and then it will be Anthony Garvin to complete the podium here in Superstock. Thumbs up there all around from the 5 riders who have come across the line, or 6 riders actually who've come across the line, because remember we had Johan Gas across the line there as well. But Anthony Garvin will round out the podium. Fist bump there from Seidar Saleti and Simon Reed as they work their way through. Remember, rivals on track, but friends off track. That goes for any form of motorsport as well. And that brings an end here to the first race of the day for the DSBK Middle East Championship. It's just about to go 12 p.m. local time here, and the humidity's actually dropped down to 45%, so it's still pretty sticky out there. Not good for traction, but for Seidar Saleti, a job well done. Only looked back at the very last corner on the very last lap to see how close anyone was to him. But a great race from the Qatari. Finishes 10.1 seconds up the road from his closest rival of Saskia Totaro. Next race for the DSBK Middle East Championship will be later on today. It will be on at 10 past 3 local time here in the United Arab Emirates. So what we do is we'll have a break, then we have another race for golf. We have the first race for Golf Pro Car, and then Golf Radical Cup, and then the second and final race of the day for the DSBK Middle East Championship will be at 10 past 3. We'll try and do those. We'll try and get on the grid as well. Try and get some feedback from the riders. But there is of the official results. Seidar Saleti, Saskia Totaro and Simon Reed, your top 3, and your top 3 in the modified category. Yuri Nekrasov wins from Firas Abughanim in the super stock category, from Anthony Garvin, who finishes 3rd. Our top rookie and our only rookie in the field, Dmitry Kuchnov, who did a fantastic job there, as he did in qualifying, learning from the best here that the Middle East has to offer. As into Parc Ferme come the riders. They'll have a well-deserved break as well before we have the trophy presentation for our 2 categories. as they're in for their mandatory weigh-in and check-in to ensure that everything is as per the rules for all the riders here. And yes, every single rider has to go through it, whether on the podium or not. They all have to conform to the regulations, and they will all make their way into Parc Ferme. We will have the podium presentation shortly. Of course, before that, we'll have a highlight reel of all the action that took place here in the DSBK Middle East Championship. Race number 1, a very exciting championship. This is going to be, as I said in the qualifying, that we will be going to the Yas Marina circuit for the first time in the championship's history, which is absolutely phenomenal. It means we'll be racing at a different track, a unique experience, a new experience for our veterans and also our newcomers as well. It will be an exhilarating experience, and we cannot wait to head over to the Yas Marina circuit for the next round of the DSBK Middle East Championship. That is Firas Abu Ghanim, and there is Parc as well, giving his congratulations. Of course, we saw the two talking earlier on as well. There between the two of them. As there is Tony Garvin, the man who finishes 3rd overall in the super stock category. Would like to be in the thick of things hopefully next time. Finished about 40 seconds back from Firas Abu Ghanim, who finishes 2nd behind Yuri Nekrasov in the super stock category. There we see Saska Totaro, finishes in 2nd overall and 2nd in the modified category as well. Thinking about what he could do for the next race, as there he is with Yuri Nekrasov. Top of his congratulations as well. Yuri, of course, the winner there in the super stock category. And there you can see Dimitri, our sole rookie in the field as well. And here are the highlights for race 1 of the DSBK Middle East Championship.
sorry for the delay. We just had to finalize the results here for the first race of the DSBK Middle East Championship. But what we can do now is we have all the riders prepared and about to get ready onto the podium. But what we'll do first is we will start with the rookie category. And I'll have to go inside for this because what we're going to do first, as we said, we'll do rookie, then we'll do super stock, and then we'll do modified. So first of all, we will start with the rookie winner, the sole rookie, and what an amazing job he did, both during qualifying and the race itself. Please welcome Dmitry Kuchenov. Oh, he's a little bit far back to hear me back there. We tried our best, but Dmitry is now making his way onto the podium. A fantastic job there from Dmitry as well in his first campaign here in the DSBK Middle East Championship. As he's congratulated by Nasaid, the founder of the championship. And of course, to present the trophy to Dmitry, we invite Hannah Nasser to present the trophy. Of course, the daughter of Nasser Saeed here, the founder of DSBK Middle East, will be the one to hand over the trophy to our rookie winner, Dmitry Kuchenov. And Nasser will hop up with him to take a picture with our rookie. As I said before, a job well done. It's not difficult. Sorry, it's not easy to race with the likes of the DSBK Middle East Championship regulars. It is a tough challenge indeed. A lot of driving experience from all of them, or should we say riding experience from our riders here. And now we can move on to the super stock category. I see that our top three in super stock are ready to go. So what we'll do then is we will bring out the super stock in reverse order. Ladies and gentlemen, in third place, please welcome Anthony Garvin. I'm sure he would have liked to have been in the thick of things when the race is going on between four riders for second place. What will happen, though, in the second race of the DSBK Middle East Championship? Well, we'll find out later on today. We'll bring out, though, before we hand over the trophies, let's bring out second position. Please welcome Saska Totaro. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Saska, come back. I've got my diddles in a muddle here. I do apologize. Because you're in modified, not super stock. You were standing in front. That's why you confused me. Anyway, I do apologize. It's not Saska. We still have to wait. That's why he wasn't so excited. Please welcome in second in the super stock category, Firas Abu Ghanem. Apologies for that. And to the top step of the podium, he got it halfway through the race, and what a thrilling battle it was. There were four riders contending for it, including Firas, but to the top step of the podium, please welcome Yuri Nekrasov. And to hand out the trophies, we first invite Majid Khan, the CEO of NKN Media, to help present our third place trophy in the super stock category to Tony Garvin. Oh. We should have Majid Khan with us here to present the third place trophy. Again, in the super stock category. Sorry, it's getting a bit confusing here. I do apologize. But that goes the way of Anthony Garvin. And to present the second place trophy in the super stock category, please welcome Merhaban Khan, the general manager of GP Oil. He will hand over the second place trophy, and I'll get the name right this time round because we're not a modified, we're in super stock. It of course goes the way of Firas Abu Ghanem. And now, to present the first place trophy, we'll just finalize the pictures here with Faras right before we introduce our next special guest who will hand over the first place trophy in the super stock category. Please welcome Mahir Abdul Karim Jalfar, the Executive Vice President of Dubai Trade Center. He has the honor of presenting the winner's trophy in the Superstock category to Yuri Nekrasov. So that's the Superstock trophy presentation wrapped up. We still have one more trophy presentation to go, which will be the modified. And this time I can attest that Saska will be on this podium. Called him out a bit too early there. That's what you get when you stand closer to me. I think you're the one that's going out next. But he will be out soon enough. But of course, we'll pull out the top three here for the modified category. And we say a big thank you to our top three here in the Superstock category. A big thank you as well to our special guests who are handing over the trophies as well here at the Dubai Aerodrome for race one of the DSBK Middle East Championship. We still have one more trophy presentation to go, and that will be for the modified category. There was a slight delay, just confirming the running order as per the officials. But good news is that it has not changed. Now then, we shall move on to the modified category. And in third position in the modified category overall, let's just wait for the Superstock gents to come back inside, and then we can move on. Now, with all that out of the way, let's bring out third place overall in the modified category. Please welcome Simon Reed. In second position, and this time I know he's definitely in second place, please welcome Saska Totaro. And to the top step of the podium in the modified category, please welcome Saeed Al-Sulaiti. And to present our trophies, we invite three special guests. First of all, we'll invite Mohsin from GP Oil to help us present the third place trophy in the modified category. So we're waiting for our special guest to arrive. So once again, our guest to present the third place trophy in the modified category is Mohsin from GP Oil. And of course, he'll be handing over the third place trophy to Simon Reed. And to present the second place trophy, we'll just wait for the picture to be taken before we do that, as we have another special guest joining us here to present the second place trophy in the modified category. Please welcome to the podium area, Abdul Chodabajan is our special guest to present the second place trophy in the modified category to Saska Totaro. And last but not least, we still have one more trophy to hand out. And we invite the Executive Vice President of Dubai Trade Center, Mahir Abdul Karim Jalfar, to help us present the winner's trophy in the modified category to Saeed Al-Sulaiti. And that about wraps up the trophy presentation there for the first race of the DSBK Middle East Championship. Thank you so much for joining us. Apologies for the delay. We're just getting everything organised in here, getting all the riders up here as well after a rather warm track day there at the Dubai Autodrome around the 3.56 kilometre configuration of the national circuit. We'll be back on air soon. We're back on air later on this afternoon. Let's just double check the time of when we will go live, just to see if we have a lot of time between the sessions. And we will go live next at 3:10 here at the Dubai Autodrome. But stay with us, of course, a bit earlier, or tune in a bit earlier, because, of course, we'll see if we get some interviews on the grid with our winners and, of course, some of the other riders. But for now, thank you so much for joining us here in race 1 of the DSBK Middle East Championship. We really appreciate your company. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you at 3:10 for the next one.